Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I thought I would show you my new car. As some of you may know from some of my past vlogs, my Grand Prix was having some problems. We still have it. We're undecided to whether or not we want to sell it, fix it as a third car. We're kind of back and forth on the whole thing. But with a baby on the way, my two-door Grand Prix wasn't going to work that great for a mom car anyways, especially since I couldn't open the passenger side door due to somebody kicking it. So we decided after our tax refund came in to go ahead and invest in a new car, and this is our brand new 2016 Dodge Journey. So far I am absolutely in love with it. My cousin Matt Hoover, he works at the local Button Dodge here in town. He helped us get it, so he did a fantastic job. If anybody in the Indiana area is looking to buy a new car, I would definitely recommend checking him out. He will go above and beyond with you guys to help you get whatever vehicle you're looking for. I wanted the black top package, so black car, black grille, black interior, and black wheels, and he had my car shipped in from Ohio for us. So he really just went above and beyond, and we really had a great experience working with him, so definitely recommend him if you guys need to get a new vehicle. But otherwise, let's go check out my new car. So the Journey does operate with remote keyless entry, which is kind of neat. It's completely new to my husband and I, but pretty much which means as long as we have our key fob on us, the car will unlock as long as we do that. So it was locked, lock it, unlocks immediately as long as you have the key fob on you. It's kind of neat because I don't even have to take my keys out of my purse. As long as they're like on my person, the car will just unlock for us. Same works with the back trunk. It just pops right open with the remote keyless entry. It also has the push to start button, panic alarm, and your lock and unlock button. But it's just kind of neat, and I just kind of want to show that feature to you guys. I'm sure this feature has been around for a while now, but this is my first ever brand new car. I've always had cars from the 90s, and they did not do that. So yeah, I just thought that was kind of a neat little feature. And there's a button here, and I don't remember what it does, but it does something. So we'll just go ahead and start here in the back of the car. This car is full of little hidden compartments. Ignore all the like fuzzballs back here. I just took a load of stuff to Goodwill out of the basement, and it like had fuzz and dust all over it, so I need to vacuum out my car already. But this is one of the little storage compartments back here. It just opens up, and just a good place to kind of store stuff. And I think you go through here to get to the spare tire. I think it's through that little compartment area right through here. And then this is like the grocery bag protector thing. Not really sure what you want to call that, but we don't really use that, so we just popped it in there for safe storage. Something I thought was really neat about this vehicle, not only does it have a couple of different outlets on it, but it also has a built-in flashlight. So if you ever break down in the middle of the road, middle of the night or something like that, you have a flashlight right there, which is kind of neat to have on hand. And then you got some speakers back here, and then there's also the cup holders, which go for the third row seating, which the third row seating is really easy to put up. You just grab your pulleys and you have your third row seating up, just like so. The only downfall I see to having third row seating, if you're going to take like a big vacation with a bunch of people, is that with the back third row seating up, you have an itty bitty trunk space. Not a lot of room there for luggage, but there is a luggage rack on top, so I guess that works. So this is my third row seating once it is up. It is just two bucket seats back here, but they're nice, and they do have the cup holders as I showed a second ago. And it is just, I have the leather interior with the mesh paneling on the insides. And here's the second row of seats. This part is a 3-seater. So you have your two bucket seats here, and then you have one seat there in the middle. And as you can see, probably a little bit better is that most of my seat is leather. Then there is a bit of a mesh insert here, which I really like that. That was an option I chose. I could have went leather all the way around, but I kind of like the way this looked. And I also liked the red stitching here. So I could have had black stitching in the car, but I thought that just kind of gave it a little extra pop. That is Molly's car seat. We got that installed. That does not come with the car. Then you can pull the middle part down compartment, and you've got 2 cup holders. Okay, the other feature that I thought was really neat, like I mentioned earlier, is that this car has tons of little hidden compartments and storage space. Not only do you have like your normal little compartments here on the back of the seat, there's also storage down here on both sides. There's also storage over there. We're gonna ignore my tripod, and the canning jars are for my mother-in-law, and then one of my nephews is having a birthday, so his birthday present's in there. And then the little cane here is also for him. He was at our house probably a couple months ago, and he found that and was having the most fun, so we decided just to go ahead and give it to him for his birthday. But that's just, I want to let you know what all that was in case anybody is questioning why there's mason jars and whatnot in here. So to continue, we have lighting that shows up back there, that is in the 3rd row seating, along with your air vents. And then we also have more lighting here over the 2nd row seating with more air vents, and the back seating also gets controls for heat and air conditioning. And then there's more power plugs down here, and this one is like a regular power outlet, which is neat. And then you have your one for just your regular kind of car outlet. And then here on the sides, I think this is a neat feature. You have a place for water bottles along with whatever you want to store in here. Like I said, there was also cup holders here. So if you have like a pop or something and you need a bigger cup holder, you have that available to you as well. Okay, and here is the front seat. This is my side part with all my little controls and whatnot. And I've also got the little compartment here for a water bottle, which I thought was really neat, along with whatever I want to store in here. Same deal with my seats. They're both bucket seats, and they're both leather with the mesh insert. Now, one thing I thought that was really neat about this vehicle is, again, all the storage. So you pull right here, and you have a storage spot under your seat, which is kind of nice. Passenger side also has the same little holder over there for like water bottles and whatnot. The glove compartment here is kind of small for a glove compartment, but with all the other storage, it's not really that big of a deal that it's small. Then down here, I have just another storage compartment with my drink holders here. That's what the shifting thing looks like, if anybody's interested to know what that looks like. And then here in the center console, not sure whether there's scissors in there, but then you take that part out, and you have, this is just a liner here. It looks like it'd be a storage compartment, but you pull it up and it's just like a liner. You have another charging port, and then you have your auxiliary right down here, and your USB, and that's if you want to play anything to your radio. You can just plug it in there and it'll play to the radio. So how you turn this car on is also neat. As I showed a minute ago with the remote keyless entry, there is no key on the key fob. Well, not really. If we have a look at that here, you'll see there's no key attached. But if you pull this part out here, there is actually a key inside of here. What you do is there's like a little lever right here. So you just, I don't know if you can see that or not, this little lever, you pull it over to the side, and then you can pull your key out. So there's the key. If for whatever reason my key fob ever dies, I can still get in my car using this, because it does have like regular key unlocker things. Such technical terms. And then if I need to turn my key on, if I remember correctly, I just hold it up here to the remote start, and it should kick the car on. But I don't think that's going to make a difference because my key fob works. So we're just going to head put that back in there, and I'll show you how you kind of do the remote startless, the remoteless start. Okay, so I got my keys here, and we're just going to toss them over to the side because we don't need them. So what we have to do is we got to put our foot on the brake, and yes, I do drive barefoot, especially when I have flip-flops. Some states it's not legal, other states it is legal. My state, last I checked, it is legal to drive barefoot, and I would rather drive barefoot than in flip-flops. But you put your foot down on the brake, and then you just push the button, and it comes on. So freaking neat. Over here we have all of the radio stuff right here. We have AM, FM, and satellite, which I have not gotten into and figured out satellite and all that stuff yet. And so far I just have 100.5 KI programmed in and 103.3 if anybody's interested. The rest of these were just what was already in the car. I haven't gone through and messed with all of it. Then you just have all your controls here. There's your player, which again, I don't know all this stuff yet. I need to go through and figure it all out. But that's like if you want to put in your CD, which the CD insert is down here, and that part is for a memory card. So you come here and you have your controls, which lets you turn on your passenger or driver's seat heaters, and the steering wheel also heats up, which is kind of nice, or you can turn all that stuff off. This also goes for that outlet I showed you guys. That'll turn it off, so like if your kid's in the back seat or whatever, you don't want them like sticking their finger in the outlet. You can just have that turned off, which is nice. Come on over here, you have climate control. Climate is off. I think that's for the heated seats as well, and for heating and air. Could be wrong. I think it's more for heating and air. Again, I still need to get my manual out and read everything. Then you have navigation, which navigation is pretty neat. You can clip. I don't want to get onto all this because I'm sure it's going to show you exactly where my house is sitting. But one of the cool things about this is that you can program in your house, which I have my house programmed in here. And if you're out driving around and you get lost, you just go to your maps and you click go home, and it'll automatically from wherever you're at direct you back to your home, which is pretty awesome. Another one here is for phone, where you can hook your phone up to it. It says my phone's not connected currently because I left my phone in the house. But I have certain people programmed in here. I have my husband, my parents' house, my mom, and my dad. I got one person I guess I can program in there, but I don't know who that would be that I talk to that often. But there's just like all these little buttons you can do for answering phone calls and whatnot on here. And this more setting I thought was kind of neat. I think it's through here. Yeah, and then you have fuel prices, which is neat. It'll show you the best fuel prices available. I have not messed with this at all, so I probably have to like program some things in to know where I want to go or whatever. So, but that's kind of neat. We have this feature available to us for 1 year, and then we have to start paying for it. I don't think we'll pay for it after the 1 year, but it is kind of neat to play around with. It's also got the weather thing right here, which tell you time, temperature, all that fun stuff. Then we have my favorites. Don't really know what that is. I haven't gotten into all that. So I guess I'd have to mess with that later. It'll give you sports updates. I don't really watch sports, so that doesn't really matter to me. And then you have movie listings, which again, I'd probably have to program this. AMC Showplace, that is our local movie theater along with the other closer towns to us. And you can go there and find like your movie listings, all that kind of stuff, and see what times they play, which is kind of a neat little feature to have in a car. But again, this is only good for 1 year. And then we have to pay for all of this stuff, but not all of this stuff, but just for this section. Everything else is good to go in the car, along with the satellite radio, I do believe. I don't think we have to pay anything for that. I think that's just a part of how everything works. Since we're done looking at that, there's not a whole lot left here to show. I do have a sunroof. Let me see if we can get this to focus. So you just push that open, ignore the spider guts. We had a giant spider in here the other day, and my husband had to squish it, and I was like, time to take the car back for a refund because it has a spider problem. So I need to get in here and clean off the spider guts. But we have like little buttons right here, so you just push that to open your sunroof, close it, push it to close it, and then if you push the middle button, it'll just vent the back end there of the sunroof. And then you just close it. Again, same as usual. This part I think is really cool. We haven't gotten this part hooked up to our garage yet, but it is a garage door opener, which is really going to come in handy. If you're interested in what all this looks like, we do have lighted mirrors, which is nice. They're lighted on both sides. That one is lighted as well. But we have lights up here, and there's also a sunglasses storage space. And then if you pop this open, I never realized this before, there's a mirror there that you can use to keep an eye on people in the back seat, which is kind of neat. So this also has a backup camera. So if I just pop this into reverse, the backup camera will come on, and we can see if anybody's back there, which is kind of a nice feature. Haven't used it a whole lot, haven't quite gotten used to it, but it is nice to have. Then we come on over here, and we do have some controls. This over here will answer the phone, hang up the phone, and this right here, I believe, controls this little screen up here, which this right here, let me see if this will, yeah, right there. So it'll tell you your vehicle speed when you're driving, trip information, and using these little buttons right here is how you control that. So we can kind of go down and check things out. Vehicle information. Okay, so it's 201 degrees Fahrenheit for coolant. I guess that's a good thing. Oil temperature, oil pressure. So that's all kind of neat. It just kind of makes things easier to know, I don't know, how everything's going, I guess. Haven't really messed around with that too much, but that is kind of neat. And then here we have the cruise control, and on the back side here, I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see that. There we go. I think this has to do with controlling the radio, but I could be wrong on that part. Don't quote me. Hello, camera. Can we focus? Hello. I don't know. I feel like I'm still fuzzy. But that kind of sums up my brand new Dodge Journey, kind of giving you guys an overview of the car, that you see what it looks like if a Journey is something you guys are interested in. Journeys seem to be extremely popular right now. Ever since getting one, I feel like I see them all over the road. So, and I really think this is going to make for a great mom car. I've got plenty of seating, and when our kid gets older and they have friends and they need to go places, we'll have the third row seating, which will be nice for carpooling and sports events and all that good stuff. We'll just have plenty of room for people to ride with us. If anybody's interested in the pricing, we paid $36 and some change for everything, which we had. There's like a sealant you can have put all over the whole car, which helps keep anything like tree sap or just, you know, spills and stains, kind of helps with all that stuff and just wipes away. We had that put in the car. That's also with some warranties that we paid for extra. We paid extra for the blacktop package, paid extra for leather interior, paid extra for the computer parts and the backup camera and all that stuff was extra. But we also got some discounts thanks to my cousin. He helped us get some rebates, helped us get some family and friends discounts. So not all those discounts are going to be available to everybody. At least not the friends and family, unless you just happen to know somebody who, you know, works at a Dodge dealership that is, you know, going to help you get a vehicle. Yeah, I think we paid a little over $36. So apparently my camera decided to shut off right in the middle of me like finishing things up. But yeah, we paid $36,000 and some change for the Journey. If anybody's interested, I think that with everything we had, it would have been around 40 grand, give or take a little bit. My lipstick's looking great. I just ate, so it's all kind of rubbing off. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had left to say, was just finishing that up. If you guys have any questions about the Dodge Journey, feel free to leave them in the comments below. And if you guys want to see kind of a detailed video on my Grand Prix, feel free to leave that in the comments below as well. I was kind of thinking about doing it, and then I was like, oh, I don't know, maybe not, because I don't drive it anymore. So, you know, if you guys want to see a video on that one, just let me know. I can make a video on it. But otherwise, that'll kind of wrap things up. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.